Hello everybody and welcome to another session. This has been so exciting and joy-giving and healing in my case to share this Buddhafull October with you guys. I'm just so grateful that I was able to share something at all because I got sick at the beginning of October and then it got a bit worse, unfortunately. So I didn't get into all of the aspects that I really wanted to share with you guys, but I do think that I got into the basics and you guys got to see some of my process, and I hope that inspired you to maybe consider painting your own Buddha painting and using some of the tips and techniques that I've shared with you guys. So I did play a little bit more on my canvas. As you can see, I developed it a little bit more using my oil pastels and glazes of color. I sort of muted down the Viridian green. It was really intense for me. I do love Viridian green, but it can get a bit intense. And with the color palette that I had, turquoise has, is part of that Viridian family. It's just got a bit of white and a dash of yellow to it, so it just warms it up slightly. So I really gave a lot of the Viridian green areas a bit of a glaze with the turquoise, and then I also brought in a little bit more of the warmth with the orange just to bring some balance to this face. And now what I feel I need as a final sort of layer over this painting is just to really push my highlights a little bit. But I don't want to use titanium white now because titanium white is very opaque and it will cover up too much of what I already created on my painting, and I don't want to start all over. So one of my tips that I can give you is to look out for a mixing white, or it's also called zinc white. Now a zinc white or a mixing white from whichever brand you prefer. This is Winsor & Newton's Coloria acrylic, and I didn't have that in stock, so I had to wait to go to the art supply store yesterday to get some mixing white, but this is a really nice one. So you can use it almost straight from the tube onto your palette, and then I've got my half-inch round mop brush, which is really, if you don't have a mop brush, I can really recommend that you invest in one. I've got them in a number of sizes, but I do use this size quite a bit because I want to work in very tight areas, so I don't want a big brush to mop over everything. So I find the bristle of the mop brush really helps me to work in almost like makeup, in a blusher, very softly blend and dance over the area. So what you're going to see me do now is I'm going to use my mixing white or zinc white over my highlighted areas to really make it lighter without covering up. The zinc is very translucent, so that's what I like about it. And I think with this final sort of dance of highlights over this particular canvas, it's going to come to a close. And I'm quite happy with where I am. I did add a little bit more collage pieces of the roses that we started with just to bring that forward again. So when I'm done with this dance of zinc white or mixing white, I will zoom in for you guys and bring you up close to the canvas so you can see all of the beautiful subtle little nuances that exists on this canvas. But I do want to thank you guys for sticking it out with me and listening to me coughing all over you. Thank you for everyone's well wishes and birthday wishes. I really appreciate it. You made my day very special, even though I spent most of it in bed. So I'm going to pause the video, and when I come back I'm just going to really focus on where I want to play with highlights and show that to you guys. So let's get into it. So you get the gist of it. I'm going to spend some time looking at it and deciding where I want to go lighter if needed. And then there's a last little bit of a shadow line that I just want to introduce just underneath the lid. And that will just help to recede the eye a little bit and to bring the eyelid forward a little bit. But you know what, it's small little details at this stage that will add to the completion of this piece. I do want to thank you for spending the time watching me paint, and I do hope that it inspired you to pick up a brush and to paint your own Buddha. If you do, please remember to take a photograph and share it with me here in our community. There are links in the description of this video that you can use to join me on Patreon or on my Facebook group, wherever you decide to plug in. I'm looking forward to spending more time with you and getting to know you. So lots of love and light and blessings, and I will see you again real soon. I'll show you a close-up just now. Right, you guys, here we are. I'm just gonna spend some time just rolling the camera over the canvas so that you guys can see up close and see the textures and the collage elements and all of the beauty in the line work and the skipping of the pastel. I love that over the surface. It just adds so many interesting layers and textures to this painting, and I think ultimately that is the whole goal of a painting like this and a technique like this. Is you can see it's a face, but you can see there's more to it. There's a story that is being told, there's a feeling, there's a vibe, and there is an intention, and that is what I like to draw the viewer in with. So from a distance, when they come in, they see, oh, there's a Buddha face, interesting colors. And then the textures and all of the collage elements and everything that we've used to create this beautiful Amitabha Buddha face begins to tell a story, and we really allow that to bless the viewer and just enjoy the beauty of color and line and shape. So the only thing that remains for me to do is I'm just going to wait for all of these final layers to completely dry, and then I will put a acrylic medium, matte medium over everything as a varnish, just to seal everything. And you will find that the colors pop even more then, because it allows the light to be absorbed into the surface of the canvas, making the colors pop even more. So that is how I will finish this piece, and I will take a photo when I'm done with it. So thank you guys for spending this time with me. I'm just going to come to the side for you as well, so you can see, if you approach the canvas from the side, why I like to include the sides into the painting, because it already draws the viewer in to the face. And I really think this came together rather nicely. So in spite of how I felt during the creation of this video and this painting, I am very grateful for the healing and the blessing and the personal growth that happened because of it. So thank you guys. I send Buddha blessings to you, and we'll speak again soon. Bye bye for now.